What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. For the giveaway, since we hit 2,000 subscribers, I want to thank you guys very much for all your support and your continued support. Hello to all the new subscribers. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate all the love. For the giveaway will be this coming weekend. I get paid Friday. I'm going to go out and grab some gifts for you guys for the giveaway. I'll have even more details on how to enter that coming pretty soon, but I just want to give you guys like an update on when you can expect the giveaway. So it'll be sometime next weekend. Stay tuned for that. You got to make sure you're subscribed to be able to be entered into the giveaway. So let's go ahead and get into it, because this has probably piqued your interest when you clicked on the video. What is one of the very most common misconceptions in Pokemon Go? And nobody's talking about it. I've never seen anything about it, and it has to do with raids. Raids have been out for like 2 years. It's going on 3. It came out, or no, excuse me, it's almost 2 years. It came out in 2017 in like June. And we've been looking at Pokemon that deal the most damage. You know, what movesets deal the most damage to raid bosses? And it's usually movesets that have to do with Hydro Pump, Overheat, Solar Beam, big 2-bar charge moves like Ice Beam, Avalanche, big ground moves like Earthquake. You know, moves that hit pretty hard over time. But there is a very common misconception and something that no one talks about. And it's actually where the numbers lie. So I'm going to give you guys scenarios here. We're going to start with Vaporeon, then Jolteon, then Entei, Groudon, Machamp, Victory Bell here, and then we're going to move to Articuno. So we're going to start with Vaporeon. Vaporeon. What's its best moveset for raids? Well, Water Gun and Hydro Pump, right? That's what we've always thought of. It's going to do the most damage, right? Well, let's take a look at Hydro Pump. Let's dive into this. 130 cycle damage. So once you power this Hydro Pump all the way up, you're taking damage from the raid boss, moving the bar up even more. Whenever you take normal damage and the big hit damage, you know, the charge move, your charge bar goes up. So you're powering it up, you're finally able to unleash it, doing 130 damage regular, and then on top of stab and whatnot, but let's just keep it at the move damage for clarity. So 130 damage, boom, you got it going. Now you have to wait and charge that up all over again. Okay, so that takes a little while to begin with, but let's look into this. So Hydro Pump does 130. Aqua Tail does 150. It takes the same amount of time to charge these 3 charge bar moves up as it does to charge up Hydro Pump. You're probably already getting the light bulb up in your head. So Hydro Pump is a move that takes a little bit of time to go off. Aqua Tail takes a little bit of time to go off, and it only takes 1.9 seconds as opposed to 3.3. So you can almost get 2 Aqua Tails in the same amount of time as you can 1 Hydro Pump. So 2 Aqua Tails gives you 100. But since you charge your Hydro Pump all the way up to 1 bar, you can do the same for your Aqua Tail and literally fire 3 Aqua Tails off in rapid succession, doing 150 damage, which is 20 more than Hydro Pump. What's the better move in a raid, and this is the only situation we're talking about, in a raid situation? The Aqua Tail. Now let's backtrack a little bit here. Not only when you're using these Aqua Tails, you're taking damage from the raid boss, which is moving your bars up a little bit at a time. Then you get hit with the charge move, and because this is a 3-bar charge move, I don't know if you guys noticed, I definitely have, when you get hit with a charge move from a raid boss, and you have like 3-bar charge moves, it gives you enough energy almost for the entire charge bar. So you are rapidly firing off Aqua Tails, doing 50 damage a pop, more in succession than you're firing off Hydro Pumps, which means you are dealing more damage over time with Aqua Tails because you're getting them consistently and constantly over your Pokemon's life in the raid battle than you are firing off Hydro Pumps. How many times that you remember, that you recall, that you're able to get either 1 or 2 of your big single bar charge moves before fainting. That's usually the average. No matter what raid you're doing, what Pokemon you're using, on average you're able to get 1 to 2 big bar, 1 bar charge moves off per Pokemon's life. If you get 3, consider yourself lucky. Dodging isn't just that beneficial because the dodge glitch has existed since the start of time. So you guys are seeing what I'm saying. So let me go to the Jolteon. Here's another Pokemon, maybe not the best Pokemon to use in raids, but if you've got one maxed out 100% like me, it's actually not a bad electric Pokemon to use. Again, this is the same scenario, even on a bigger scale. Thundershock is going to be the quick move we're going to use. We're going to look at Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt has a cycle damage of 160, and it takes 2.5 seconds for one of them to go off. 2-bar charge moves. Discharge has a cycle of 195. That is 35 more, not 20 like Aqua Tail to Hydro Pump, but 35 more, taking 2.5 as well. So you are able to charge all these up and fire them off in rapid succession, already doing 35 more damage than Thunderbolt. Now sure, you could probably get 3 or 4 Thunderbolts off before you faint, just depending on the situation, but you're going to be able to probably get 4 to 5 of these off, right? Probably 5. I would say you get around 5 discharges off, maybe 4. Even if it's 4, you're still doing more damage than getting 3 of these off, because you're looking at 240. 80 times 3 is 240, and if you get 4 of these off, 4 times 60 is 240, and then 5 times 4 is 20, so you're doing 260. See, you're doing more damage in a raid with Discharge, firing it off in succession in one life, than you are Thunderbolt. You guys see what I'm saying? Same thing with Entei. And the reason why this isn't talked about is I just don't think people really put that much thought into it. I have always wondered, why do we go for the big bar charge moves that take forever to go off and takes forever to charge up, just to do one hit when you're trying to do as much damage as fast as possible. It's about speed. Speed, speed, speed. Same thing with Entei. Fire Spin, Overheat. 160 cycle damage, takes 4 seconds. Flamethrower, 140. It's a little bit less. We understand that. But 2.2, you can get 2 of these off in 1 overheat. So that means you're probably going to get more flamethrowers off over time through your life than you are going to overheat. If you get 2 of these off, but you get 5 of these off, ding ding ding, you win. You just got more flamethrowers off than 2 overheats, therefore you just did more damage. The same thing with, well, okay, let's backtrack again. Let's look at Machamp, and you guys are going to be able to put 2 and 2 together for sure, because you might be like, Fitcity, I'm not really agreeing with you right now, and that's understandable. So let's look at Machamp. Machamp, right? What's Machamp's best raid moveset? Dynamic Punch, right? Let's look at Dynamic Punch. 180 cycle damage, 90 power. Let's go over to the DPS and TDO compare. This is where I got all these, and we'll talk about this. Look at Machamp with Dynamic Punch. Right here. This is the total damage output, 1167. But from what we've been taught and drilled into our heads, that big bar moves are better, look at Machamp with Focus Blast. It has a higher TDO. Does that mean Machamp with Focus Blast is better? Well, from what we've been told, and what all the numbers say, the answer is yes. But we know, as Pokemon trainers using Machamp countlessly with Dynamic Punch, the answer to that is absolutely not. Machamp with Focus Blast would be terrible. So why aren't we applying this same logic and principle to other Pokemon? Like Entei, like I said, with Overheat. Overheat shows a higher total damage output DPS. Flamethrower shows less, but you'll get more flamethrowers off. Same thing with Machamp with Dynamic Punch. You're going to get more of these off doing more damage than you are going to be with Focus Blast. Because we know that Dynamic Punch is the best move for Machamp in raids. And it's not Focus Blast, but the numbers are lying to us. The numbers don't support that. Let's go even further. Victory Bell. We're always told Solar Beam is king. It takes forever to go off. A cycle damage of 180. But if we go to Leaf Blade, you could get 2 Leaf Blades off, which does 140 damage, and still have another bar to fire off again, doing a total cycle damage of 210. Leaf Blade is better. You're gonna use it more than you are Solar Beam, therefore doing more damage over time in your Pokemon's lifespan. In the raid, Articuno. Ice Beam is supposed to be better, right? Well, Icy Wind has the same amount of cycle damage. So when you get hit by your the raid boss you're doing, and getting hit by the charge moves, and charging these up really fast just from the taking damage alone from the raid boss, you're gonna get off more Icy Winds than you are Ice Beams, doing more damage in your Pokemon's life over time. So there you guys have it. That is the biggest misconception that I see in Pokemon Go, and I have to this day. Like Groudon. Look at this. I always thought Bulldoze would be a better move for Groudon. I always thought Bulldoze would be a better move for Groudon, because it's a 2-bar charge move, and it does 80. That's 160 as opposed to Earthquake's, what, 120 I think it is? Bulldoze would be so much better on Groudon than Earthquake for the exact same reason why I'm telling you the moves for these Pokemon would be better. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you actually agree with me? Has anyone talked about this on the internet? I literally have not seen anything. Nothing on Game Press, even on Pokemon Go Hub. Nothing on that, because we believe in the numbers that we see, that we calculate for TDO and DPS, but we don't step back and look into the mirror and see what's happening in raids, how the raid mechanics work, how you're getting energy when you're getting attacked by the Pokemon, getting the charge moves, taking those as well, but seeing how quickly the energy builds up with 3-bar moves. You're gonna be able to use those more often. So I haven't seen anybody talk about it. I really wanted to get this out to you guys, make you think about it a little bit. Again, remember Machamp, Dynamic Punch, but the numbers say Focus Blast is better. So think about that for a second. Wrap your mind around that. Total Illuminati confirmed, right? It's crazy. So smash that like button, comment down below, let's get a discussion going, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Be a part of the Fit City fam. That's the boy Fit City. I'm signing off. See you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.